I'm always up for checking out new things, and a company called SleepAce reached out to me the other day and asked if I wanted to check out their Smart Sleep Light. And if you can tell from me looking down and reading it, it's here in front of me, the Knox Smart Sleep Light. Fall asleep easily, wake up naturally. Here is what it's going to look like. Taking a look at it over on Amazon, this retails for $199. Right at this moment, it's $119.99, which still, for a lamp, is an awful lot, so this better do an awful lot of things. Again, looking over at the Amazon listing, this thing can act as a sleep aid light. It apparently does music. It does smart wake up to help you wake up easier, has built-in Wi-Fi, an LED clock as you can see here on the front, temperature monitor, humidity monitor, sleep reporting, touch controls, and there are also some sort of sleep scenes built into it. There's some more stuff about it on the side, soothing light and natural sound to help you fall asleep and to wake up, and of course there is an app to go along with it, compatible with iPhone and Android and whatnot. So let's open the box. So here it is, the SleepAce Knox. There's really not a whole lot to it as far as just immediately looking at it. This appears to be a speaker grill on the back, a USB port for charging other devices, and then the DC input, so you have power for it. I don't believe this has a battery built into it, so I would not expect that. Taking a look at the top, you've got some light controls, you've got some sound controls, then possibly a big mute button. There's a quick setup guide that feels actually pretty hefty. That's because it's in a bunch of different languages. But there's the info on the buttons and the function. So we've got volume controls, we've got brightness controls, and then the center button, which is literally called the center button. It says to turn it on and off, touch the center button once. To turn on sleep aid mode, touch the center button for 3 seconds. And to turn off sleep aid mode, touch the center button once. Turn off the alarm after waking up by touching the center button. So the center button's actually going to be used for an awful lot. And it says to set it up, go ahead and install the app. I've already got the app on my phone, and I did go ahead and set up an account. They make you set up an account with your email address, but there is the app, so we'll go ahead and open that. And the first time I opened this up, again, it made me register for an account and it asked me about setting up a device. I didn't have a device to set up at the time, so we'll come back to that. Otherwise, in the box though, you get the power brick with 3 different connectors for different parts of the world. Of course, I'll be using the one for the US. And it seems pretty simple to install. You just line everything up, push it into place, give it a little twist, and it clicks. And it does say the power output is 12 volts at 1.5 amps, and just has this pretty standard barrel connector on the other end of it. So in theory, I ought to be able to just plug this in, plug it into the wall, and we'll get everything connected. And we're back. Power requirements are met. Let's go ahead and plug this in and just see what it does out of the box. I immediately see the LED clock lighting up. Ooh, I touched the top and it lit up. And there you can see it. It's a decently bright light, although still dusty from the box. Got it very bright. Let's see if we can make it more dim using the buttons on top. Just hold the button and it gets very dim. It's actually flickering the camera, it's so dim. Take it back up to bright. It goes pretty quickly. And coming back over to the app, I'm gonna go ahead and hit device, and it says add device, more service, and playing method. So I'll hit plus up here. We're gonna say Knox Smart Sleep Light. And make sure the Knox is plugged in and placed on your nightstand. If the clock is visible on the LED display, the power is on. The clock is visible, but it's not a clock. Please make sure they are within 33 feet of each other and the router. So quick setup. It says simultaneously touch the volume plus and brightness plus for a few seconds. So volume plus and brightness plus. We'll hold those for a few seconds until the clock says 0. And the clock does say 0 now. It says that now it's in configuration mode, so tap continue when ready. As for my wireless settings, and we've done that, and now it says WLAN pairing may take up to 1 minute. It's already at 10% though after just a few seconds. I kind of like this light. It's a nice little extra addition. Helps get rid of all the shadows under the chin. And it says the device has been added successfully. So I can start navigating or add a new device. We'll start navigating. And there's a firmware update. The lamp has a firmware update. So we'll update the firmware and we'll be right back. And a few minutes later, we're back. I decided to just go ahead and switch over to taking a look at this device directly. If you come in where it says device, under here it says Knox Smart Sleep Light firmware version 4.64. Had a little bit of trouble getting it to update. Basically just had to restart the app and restart the lamp itself, but it has updated its firmware. It is connecting appropriately. And so if you want to turn on a light or something, you basically just come to main control and you tell it what you want. So you can just turn it on. It goes to the last thing it was doing. You can click on white and it'll give you a whole array of white that you can do. So you just swirl the little ring around, pick whatever color you want. So this should be a bright white, and eventually it does change to that. Swirl it on around, you get a much darker, deeper yellowish white. In looking at this, I've noticed the colors aren't entirely accurate, not representative of what's in the screen. So hopefully that'll be updated and fixed at some point. If you go into color though, you can see this is showing very, very red. That's not. If I swirl it around to, let's say, blue, this is a very deep blue, and it's showing kind of a purple. If If I go on around to green, it goes to kind of green, kind of a mint green as it were. Yellow is pretty close. So the colors are all there, they're all representative, and if you really want to see everything, hit color cycle, and it's just going to automatically change colors over time, little by little. You can also, under these other two options, white and color, there's a slider here that adjusts the dimness and brightness, so we can take it all the way down to next to nothing. See, it goes very, very dim. Bring it back up, and it does make its way back up. Although it's kind of flickering strangely. We'll turn the light back off. You can come back out of it. You see up here in the app, there are different options for music. So it said more sleep aid albums here. These are different things designed to help you get to sleep. So if I hit good night, for example, it's going to start playing waves of the ocean, wave sounds to try to help you get to sleep, and you can hit start sleep to detect your sleep. You can actually use your phone, lay it down on your mattress, and it'll detect sleep of the people that are on it. You can see here we have a playlist, but it's only one song. If we look at some of the other ones, there's like ASMR sound. If I pick that one, you've got cozy fire, rain, snowstorm, or crickets. So I can pick rain and have it cycle through the whole playlist or just one single song, in this case one single rain. And when you're ready for it to be done, just go ahead and hit the pause button and leave it. You can use that music in conjunction with it to be your sleep aid. So if I hold the button for 3 seconds, the last thing that I was playing comes on and the light turns on. The light is determined by the sleep aid section of the app. It's all sort of a reddish and orangish color though, so I assume that that's just what they think everybody will want. And then when you're done with it, you just tap the button and it stops. You can also set it to have an alarm if you want it to wake you up in the morning with a certain light or certain color at a certain time. Just turn off the alarm and sleep, tap it to snooze. We can set it for 8 a.m. In this case, I'm going to set it for, let's say, 3:20 p.m. because that's about what time it is. And we're going to have chirping birds and the wake up light. Yes. And it's supposed to be a smart wake up, so in theory, once this hits 3:20, it should start to slowly wake me up little by little. You can see the light starting to come on, just gradually getting brighter. Although I did hear just a big click there. I can hear the birds chirping now. And we'll tap the button to turn it off. There we go. And that's where I'm going to wrap this video up for today. There are a few really neat things that you can do with this device, including a lot of monitoring sensor type things, but my wife has actually gone ahead and stolen it from me because she thought it was just that cool. So she's going to be using it as an alarm clock, as a sleep aid, something to help her get to sleep a little bit easier at night, and hopefully wake up a little bit easier in the morning because she takes a little while. So thanks so much to Sleep Ace for sending this out for me to take a look at and for my wife to take away. That's okay. Thanks to you guys for watching. I'll put a link to where you can find it down in the video description, and I've actually heard they're working on adding some integration with other things like possibly Amazon's Echo devices, so if they get all that worked out, I will be back and I will make another video about it and let you know and let you see how it works and everything. But thank you guys as always for watching. Hit the like button if you liked it, subscribe to receive more when they become available, hit the little subscribe button, ting the notification bell so you actually get notifications when my videos come out, and I'll see you again next time.